What if the biggest reason you're not saving money is invisible? Not your salary, not inflation, not your boss, but the quiet, automatic settings running your financial life every single day. Because right now, somewhere on this planet, two people are earning roughly similar incomes, and one of them ends the year with savings, stability, and options, while the other ends it wondering, where did it all go? In the United States, the average personal savings rate hovers around 4%. That means for every $100 earned, about $96 disappears into spending. Meanwhile, in Japan, household savings rates have historically been dramatically higher, often hovering around 30 to 37% during strong saving periods. Same global economy, same iPhones, same streaming platforms, completely different outcomes. So what's going on? Here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not discipline, it's defaults. And today, I want to walk you through 3 Japanese ideas, one emotional, one behavioral, and one practical, that completely change your relationship with money. Not by making you stricter, not by making you extreme, but by changing the operating system underneath your spending. Let's start with something most Western financial advice completely ignores: emotion. In Japan, there's a word, Mottainai. Its philosophical roots trace back to the Kamakura period of Japan, deeply influenced by Buddhist thought. But this isn't some abstract religious concept. It's a daily life mindset. Mottainai roughly translates to "what a waste," but that translation is too weak. It's not just waste, it's the emotional discomfort of waste. The sense that something had value, and you failed to honor it. Imagine a grain of rice. That rice represents the farmer who planted it, the rain that nourished it, the soil that supported it, the hands that harvested it, the person who cooked it. Throwing it away isn't just discarding food, it's disregarding an entire chain of effort. That's Mottainai. Now apply that to money. You buy a $120 jacket you wear twice. You sign up for a subscription you never use. You upgrade a phone that works perfectly fine. It's not just a transaction, it's unrealized value. And here's the key difference. In many Western cultures, the emotional friction around waste is low. We have return policies. We have storage units. We have buy now, pay later. We have credit that softens consequences. In Japan, cultural friction around waste is higher. And friction changes behavior. Think about your own life for a second. How many items in your home do you barely use? How many purchases were emotional? How many subscriptions are quietly charging you every month because canceling feels slightly inconvenient? Now imagine if every one of those decisions carried a subtle internal discomfort. Not guilt, not shame, but awareness. That awareness alone reduces unnecessary spending. But that's just the emotional layer. Let's move to the behavioral layer. There's another Japanese principle called Hara Hachi Bu. It's commonly practiced in Okinawa, one of the world's well-known longevity regions. The phrase means, eat until you're 80% full. Not stuffed, not satisfied to the edge. Stop at 80%, leave room. This small habit has been linked to lower obesity rates and longer lifespans. But what makes it powerful isn't just the health benefit, it's the psychology. Your perception of enough is elastic. If you always eat until 100%, your body adapts. That becomes normal. If you consistently stop at 80%, your body adjusts. 80% begins to feel complete. Enough is not fixed. It recalibrates. Now let's translate that directly into money. Most people follow this sequence. Earn arrow, spend arrow, save what's left. And what's left is usually nothing. The Japanese-inspired sequence flips it. Earn to save 20% immediately to live on the remaining 80%. This is financial Hara Hachi Bu. Stop before full. Leave room. When you consistently live on 80%, something fascinating happens. At first, it feels tight, slightly uncomfortable. You notice limits. But after a few months, your lifestyle adjusts. Your brain resets what normal spending looks like. And suddenly, 80% doesn't feel restrictive. It feels standard. This is the part Western budgeting advice often misses. It treats money like math. Income minus expenses equals savings. But human beings are not spreadsheets. We are adaptive creatures. We expand to fill available space. Give yourself access to 100% of your paycheck. You'll find ways to use 100%. Remove 20% before you even see it. Your behavior adjusts downward. Discomfort is temporary. Defaults are permanent. Now let's talk about the practical layer, the tool that makes all of this real. In 1904, a journalist named Hani Motoko created a household accounting system for women managing family finances. She called it Kakeibo. At the time, women were largely excluded from formal financial systems. Kakeibo wasn't just about tracking money. It was about empowerment through awareness. Here's how it works. At the beginning of each month, you open a physical notebook, not an app, and you answer 4 questions. How much money do I have? How much would I like to save? How much am I going to spend? How can I improve? Then, every expense gets written down by hand in one of 4 categories: needs, rent, utilities, groceries; wants, dining out, clothes, entertainment; culture, books, courses, experiences that develop you; unexpected, repairs, medical bills, gifts, emergencies. At the end of the month, you reflect: what went well? What didn't? What will I change next month? That's it. No sinking bank accounts, no push notifications, no colorful graphs judging you. Just pen and paper. And here's where it gets interesting. Modern neuroscience suggests that handwriting activates deeper cognitive processing than typing. When you type, your brain often enters transcription mode. When you write by hand, you process, condense, and reflect. Typing records behavior. Writing confronts behavior. Imagine physically writing $47 takeout because I was tired and didn't want to cook. You can't autopilot that. You have to face it. Apps show you data. Handwriting forces awareness. And awareness is what changes behavior. Most budgeting tools fail because they focus on categorization, not cognition. They show you what happened. Kakeibo makes you ask why it happened. And that why is everything. Did I buy this because I needed it? Because I genuinely wanted it? Or because I was bored, stressed, lonely, or avoiding something? That single pause, that tiny moment of friction, interrupts automatic spending. Now let's zoom out. Modern consumer culture is engineered for the opposite effect. One-click purchasing eliminates pause. Advertisements create dissatisfaction. Social media redefines normal every single day. You are constantly shown curated versions of other people's lives. Better vacations, nicer homes, newer gadgets. Without conscious counterweights, your default becomes comparison. Comparison drives consumption. Consumption reduces savings. Savings reduction increases stress. Stress drives more consumption. It's a loop. Japan isn't immune to consumerism, but culturally, it has philosophical counterbalances. Mottainai creates emotional friction around waste. Hara Hachi Bu creates a behavioral stopping point. Kakeibo creates structured monthly reflection. These aren't hacks. They're defaults. and defaults quietly shape outcomes. Here's a simple thought experiment. Two people earn $70,000 per year. Person A saves whatever is left after spending. Person B automatically moves $14,000, 20%, into savings before touching the rest. After 1 year, Person B has $14,000. After 5 years, not counting investment growth, that's $70,000. Same income, different sequence, massively different stability, and stability changes everything. It changes the jobs you're willing to tolerate. It changes the risks you can take. It changes how you handle emergencies. It changes your stress levels. Savings are not just money, they are optionality. And optionality is freedom. But freedom doesn't start with more income. It starts with awareness and sequence. Let's be clear, this is not about extreme frugality. Japan still has vibrant consumer culture. Tokyo is filled with shops, restaurants, technology, fashion. This is not minimalism for aesthetic points. It's intentionality. You can still dine out, still travel, still buy nice things, but you know why you're buying them. And you've already paid your future self first. That's the difference. Most Western budgeting advice focuses on cutting categories. Cut coffee, cut eating out, cancel everything fun. That approach creates rebellion. It feels restrictive. The Japanese approach is quieter. Before buying something non-essential, ask, do I truly need this? Do I genuinely want this? Or am I just filling space? If the answer is boredom or avoidance, you don't need a spreadsheet. You need awareness. And awareness often kills unnecessary spending on its own. The real power of Kakeibo is not in the notebook. It's in the monthly reflection. Because at the end of each month, you sit with your decisions. You don't just see numbers, you see patterns. Maybe you overspend on dining out every time you're overwhelmed at work. Maybe unexpected expenses aren't actually unexpected. They're predictable cycles. Maybe your biggest regret purchases happen late at night. Patterns can be adjusted, but only if you see them. Most apps automate so much that they remove you from the process. Convenience is great for speed, but not for awareness. Sometimes friction is valuable. Sometimes slowing down is productive. And sometimes the most powerful financial upgrade isn't a new investment strategy. It's a $3 notebook and radical honesty. Here's your challenge. For the next 30 days, automatically move 20% of your income into a separate account the moment you get paid. Buy a notebook. Write down every single expense. At the end of the month, answer honestly, what brought real value? What felt wasteful? What will I change? Don't aim for perfection. Aim for awareness. Because once you truly see your financial behavior, you can't unsee it. And once you change your defaults, you don't need constant motivation. The system carries you. The truth is, Japan didn't build strong saving habits by becoming superhumanly disciplined. It built cultural structures where the right choice feels natural and the wrong choice feels slightly uncomfortable. And you can build that structure in your own life, not by moving across the world, but by changing your sequence, adding friction, and redefining enough. Because at the end of the day, wealth isn't just about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep, how intentionally you spend, and whether your money is building your life or just filling space. If this shifted your perspective, subscribe for more deep dives into psychology, money, and building real financial freedom. Let me ask you something uncomfortable.